In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make high converting $10,000 a day advertorials just like this one with a couple of prompts inside of Claude. If you don't know what an advertorial is, it's basically a pre-lander page that you send your leads to before your product page. And the whole goal here is to educate them, inform them, deal with any objections or limiting beliefs. And it's by far the best way to pre-fame a lead and get them to convert onto your website, especially if you're someone that has really good ad metrics. Maybe your CPMs are good, CPC, CTR is good, but you're really struggling with your website conversion rate. And for reference, I've scaled multiple brands to $5,000 a day and beyond using advertorials, including this brand here. We did right over $500,000 in total sales in less than 90 days, taking home about $130,000 of pure profit. And that is with a high converting advertorial. This is great because for someone like me, I used to struggle with actually getting people to convert. My ads were actually pretty decent, but due to the nature of competition in the market space, there's always someone selling a similar product to you. So the way to stand out in today's marketing landscape is by creating a pre-lander, one that doesn't seem too salesy, but more so informative. And that can lead to some really, really good ROASs. As you can see here, I was getting sales for as low as 95 cents. And then on average, it would be right around a 2.5 to 4x return on ad spend, which is always really good, including this campaign here. And the cool thing about this is you can scale these really, really wide and high. And because the advertorial serves multiple purposes like educating a completely brand new lead, you can tap into multiple awareness levels. I was selling to unaware, problem aware, social aware. Where I scaled the most was in the problem aware market space, but you can tap in and speak to different customer avatars using the same advertorials, or in today's video, I'm gonna show you can quickly create variations and have multiple advertorials running at the same time. Before we begin, I'm gonna actually just break down a couple key components of a winning advertorial, and then I'm also gonna show you how in Claude you can actually grab the code and paste it into the lander page that you want to use, whether it's gem pages, pagefly. It's actually really simple. So the first thing that we like to take a look at with a high converting advertorial is the headline or the lead. We want to make sure it's something attention grabbing and something that's engaging to a particular customer avatar. So this one is important because it's breaking down the healing formula that's giving people their comfort back. And by the way, the product page and the product itself is this supplement here. I guess it's something with your esophagus protection. So people that have esophagus problems, this product here repairs that, which I guess is cool. It's using nanotechnology. Keep in mind, this is more than likely a drop shipper. They've just done a really good job with branding their page. Anyway, if we go back here, we can see that the lead and the image is all important. And also what a lot of people are doing is using this as a marketing strategy. So they're going to say, hey, this is reviewed by this doctor. I've run a lot of my advertorials through just storytelling. So I have the Mother's Home Society organization putting together a blog post. And the whole point of the advertorial is to make it seem like a realistic article that is pulled and written to educate the consumer. So a lot of what you're going to see here is actually pulled directly from peer-reviewed articles. And in this instance here, this person actually put down references to actually peer-reviewed articles that you can go back and read. So the information here is valid. It's actual real information. It's just formatted in a nice marketing article. But don't get it twisted here. We're not lying in these advertorials per se. We're just extracting real stories, real information pulled from Reddit, Google, which can all be done and extracted through Claude for you. So that's the cool thing about this. So they're going to start off with this. There's going to be some social proof here to make it seem like this was reviewed by an actual peer-reviewed article. And then we're going to go in and start doing some storytelling. And immediately we're going to identify the issue at hand, right? Someone is not going to read this if they don't feel like they're being spoken to directly. So you can see here, does food feel like it burns on the way down? Do you want wake up coughing, choking, or tasting acid, right? So they're going to go in and start what we like to call mirroring or pain point building, where they're literally highlighting the main pain that the person is feeling. And this is important. You do this early in your advertorials, because we want to make sure the retention is good. So they'll go on and they're going to have some nice GIFs kind of displaying the problem at heart, kind of showing the emotional visuals that's going on. And then they're just going to go through and start to talk about the product, how, and the big thing here with the advertorial is to bridge where the product or where the person is, where they want to go to, and how the product actually helps them get there. So it's the 90-day solution to the problem. Watching your comfort fade isn't just painful, it steals years you should have had free of fear at the dinner table. So they're not just going to say, are you coughing? Are you dealing with XYZ? They're also going to start to go deeper and extract and go below. And they're going to talk about the adjacent issues that happen with the main problem: not being able to be comfortable, feeling stressed out, taking other solutions that don't actually do it. But they're going to now talk about how this particular product is a natural way to resolve the problem. It helps build back and repair, or in this case, coat tissue with soothing botanicals, repairing, blah, 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 blah. So it's going to explain why this is the best solution. It's going to talk about why other people have done it. It's going to make inform people, because what a lot of times happens, especially as drop shippers, we don't have omnipresent brands, right? Meaning you're not going to see our brand on also Amazon and TikTok. You're going to see obviously other competitors, but you're not going to see our particular brand. So what happens a lot of times is when someone goes to launch ads, you run ads, you have decent ad metrics. Someone might go to your product page. If you're just running a product page, they might look at the product, they might think it's interesting, they might want to buy, but they might have a couple questions in the back of their mind that isn't answered on your product page, especially if you're selling like a supplement or skincare or something like that. And they're going to probably go Google it. They're going to look it up. They're going to chat GPT it now. And if you can just provide all the information to them before they even get to the price, they're going to be way more likely to pay. So this is also another thing that I've been testing my avatars that I like, which is kind of just laying out the timeline. People always want to know, how long is this going to take for me to get the results I want? What should I be expecting? So they do a good job there. They put together these like realistic reviews from Trustpilot, and then they're offering a special deal, right? So an offer still matters. You can educate the person, you can give all the information in the world, you can offer a money back guarantee, but if the offer itself doesn't sound enticing, then that's not going to be enough to convert people. And at the bottom here, it does let people know the information presented on this website is not intended for XYZ. It goes into all the trademarks and all the stuff and regulatory FDA disclosure. So people don't, this is how you protect yourself from being caught up in some type of scam or people going after you and blaming you. This is how you protect yourself. You have these disclosures. You also provide peer-reviewed articles that the information you're talking about is true. And that's how you protect yourself. I would even, okay, so actually they put it right here. The site is not a part of Facebook website or Meta. So there you go. What I even throw in sometimes at the bottom line too is like, this article is for advertisement purposes only. So you would throw that disclaimer in there at the bottom as well to further protect yourself. But then everything else is just pulled directly. If you pick a good product that actually solves a problem that you're advertising, then you're good to go. So now that you kind of understand the functionality, right? A lot of these images too, they play a role in helping to illustrate the problem at hand. But they're not too important. I wouldn't stress too much about the images. The cool thing about what I'm about to show you is that Claude will actually tell you what you should be doing. So step one is to find an avatar that you want to replicate. I recommend finding an avatar in your niche. So it doesn't have to be the exact same product from the same or similar competitor. As long as it's within the same niche, you're good to go. Find someone scaling and doing well. I personally like to use Trend Track. I'll leave a link in the description. You can save 25% off in the first 3 months. But I use Trend Track, and there's a couple filters that I like to use. It's really simple though. You can a lot of times, a lot of people are running avatorials are running them to pictures, native image ads. Like that's the one I personally use and teach a lot. But you can run avatorials, videos to avatorials. You run pictures. In fact, the person I found here is actually on the top of my feed here of ads. And I pulled up their Facebook ad library, and they're scaling and doing really well. So I know their avatorial is converting. You can see here they have 300 active ads. So that's always a good sign. But if you needed help finding some avatorials, actually one of the features within Trend Track, I believe if you hit this technology button, you can actually filter for people that have Pagefly, I think gem pages as well. A lot of the people that are using these funnel builders oftentimes have avatorials. Not all the time, but this is one feature you can use to find people that are running avatorials. Another way you can actually filter to find people that have avatorials is by simply just running this right here. You can go to media types, go to images, go to CTA, just shop now, learn more. And I'm going to give you guys a little ninja hack here that I use to find people that aren't running avatorials that could be running avatorials. And then if you build an avatar before them, give yourself a good chance of launching and scaling a brand really quickly. So I'm going to set the language to English. Country, the main visiting country of the ads are being ran in the US. CTA is going to be shop now, learn more. We can also type in buy now as well. And then another thing we can do is go to statuses. We want to see active ads. We can go to shop real quick. We know a lot of dropshippers use Shrine Pro, Shrine, Elixir Theme, and Dawn. And here's a ninja hack too for you. I'm giving you guys a bunch of nice little hacks. Also, I want to make sure the main visiting country, a lot of the traffic is coming from the United States. That's a good sign that they are doing well in scaling. And then a ninja hack is if we go under the ads tab here, we go to add copy length. If we put the ad copy length to like 900, a lot of the times we'll see people running advertorials. So this person here is running native image ads, the strategy I like to use. And if we go here, they actually are running native ads to a product page. Let's see if they're running an advertorial. If not, and we know that they're scaling with just a product page and not an advertorial, that can tell me that, hey, I can kind of come in and steal some of their traffic and use an advertorial instead. So they have 91 active ads, which is good. And it seems like a lot of their ads are going straight to a product page. They're not even running an advertorial. So that's actually, we'll pocket this information for later and we'll come back and we'll make a note of that. But you can scroll through here. This person's also running native image ads, and theirs goes to an advertorial. So here you go. This person's running an advertorial. So that's interesting there. So you can quickly scroll through and find people running advertorials. Here's another person running an advertorial. As you can see, it's really easy to find people running advertorials. Pretty much everyone that's doing $10,000 a day or more is running an advertorial. So it's not that hard. So for example, let's say I wanted to sell something similar to this product or this niche here, this kind of foot cushion thing. I now have an advertorial that I can replicate. You just want to double check to make sure the person's actually making money with the advertorial. The easy way to do that is just to check how many active ads they have. So if I go here and they have typically if they have more than 100 active ads, that means they're scaling and doing well. And you can also sort by impression from highest to lowest, and you can see their best performing ads. If they go to an advertorial, that means they're making money with the advertorial. Simple enough. So we'll, just for the sake of this discussion, go with this person's advertorial here. I like it. It looks really dope. Now, all we got to do is just open up Claude, assuming we already have a product and a product page already. We just now need to go to Claude. All right, so let's, for the sake of this example, let's pretend that I am the owner of this brand, Eversock, right? So to make this make sense, I'm going to just use a product that is similar but not the exact same brand. Now, if you wanted to literally copy this person's avatar and change the marketing angle, speak to a completely different customer avatar, I'm gonna show you real quick how you can do that. But let's just say I want to sell something similar. It's not the exact same product, but it's something similar. So in this case here, we're selling compression socks for pain relief. Similar kind of concept, right? This is just foot soles for pain relief and plantar fasciitis. This is for just pain relief, people that have, I don't know, varicose veins or something. So for the example here, I'm going to pretend I'm going after stay-at-home moms. Now for you, I would assume you already have a customer avatar that you're looking to go after. If you don't, you would need to, either do one of two things. You can either just take a guess or look in the market space and see other competitors similar to the ones that you're selling and see what avatars they're going after. Or you could do some deep research, manual research. I teach a lot about how to do that inside my school community, by the way, how you can use AI prompting to find the top 5 avatars and angles that you can go after for a particular product. But you can do one of those two things. I'm going to just literally just pick a random avatar for the sake of this tutorial. And I'm just going to say, let's go after stay-at-home moms. It's important that when you create an advertorial, you have an avatar that you speak to. That's why in my marketing strategy, I actually run ads to a product page first. And in the CBO, the Facebook ads, I like to talk to 5 different customer avatars and speak to them in a way that best aligns with them. Run a 5 avatar split test. The best performing avatar out of those 5 in the first 3 days of testing will be the ones I go after. And then from there, I have a winning avatar, winning angle, and I can just scale that. And then that's when I normally create an advertorial. But if for some reason you're skipping a step or you just want to rush straight to an advertorial, you at least know what to do. And what we'll then do is simply use this prompt, right? So I need your help creating a winning avatar for my competitor. For reference, this is their advertorial. So you need to put your competitor's advertorial there. Then my brand is called Eversock, and this is my product page. Give them a product page. And then take my brand website information on my store and recreate the avatar in a problem-aware marketing angle. So I need to also understand the awareness level. Who am I speaking to, and at what stage of awareness are they at? And basically, there are different awareness levels, and depending on the awareness levels, the way you would word your copy and speak to that person. Problem aware people are aware they have a problem, but aren't aware of the solutions out there in the market space. That's personally my favorite awareness level to speak to. Different products will have better market awareness levels, but problem aware tends to be the best to sell to, especially as a beginner dropshipper. So you need to understand your awareness level and the avatar, and also whatever desires or pain points that they have. So you need to do that. I could also go after nurses as well, whatever. But I'm just putting together a quick little tutorial for you so you guys can use a little bit of critical thinking skills to apply the rest of the information you need. From there, there's one last very important prompt that you need to make this go. So advertorials can take a little bit of time to make. So we're going to use Claude to not only make the advertorial for us, but we also want to be able to easily paste it into the page builder of our choice. So then you can simply just say, turn the advertorial into an HTML format so I can see the entire advertorial mapped out. And I like to just use Sonnet 4.6. You can turn extended thinking on it if you like. I don't think for advertorials you necessarily need to, especially if you give it enough context, but to be safe, you can add the extended thinking on and then hit submit. Give this a couple of minutes and then you should have a finalized advertorial when it's all said and done. All right, so a few minutes later here, we have an entire advertorial built out and it seems really solid. There's one thing missing though, is that there's images is missing. So what I would do if this happens to you, I've done this a few different times now, and sometimes it generates the images or the blocks where the images are supposed to go. Other times it doesn't. So what you can simply do, go back and generate the blocks where the images are supposed to be, and also recommend what images should be in that block. And that simple prompt right there, we'll go back and add it in. And the cool thing is you can go through this, through this. I spent 3 years dragging myself through the day. Then I found out what was actually making my legs swell, and it wasn't what I thought. So it's going to literally be able to pull information based off of the target audience, the product itself. It does research really, really well. And if you want to give it more context, more information, you can do some deep research through Claude, Google Gemini, wherever, upload it to the project folder, and then it can extract from there as well. But even says here, update every so I can sell it fast, claim your pair now, free shipping plus 60-day guarantee. And then it just starts going into the story, the advertorial. It gives you each block that it needs. It's really cool. And I'm gonna show you how you can quickly embed this into a page lander and then launch this as ads. It's really cool. Compression level, fit design, fabric, all that stuff. It's cool how fast it did that. And anything you don't like, you could just literally highlight or mention it, and then it will update. So boom, gave me a hero image, and it's going to tell me the mood, what to show, why this image, which is really cool. And you can literally just go to Hicksfield and generate the image, pull it off of the internet, whatever you may need, and then run it like that as well. So now you have the blocks with the images that you want to add in, just similar like how it's done here. And then now you can simply just throw that bad boy into your page lander. So just take a moment, read through this, make sure it aligns with the target audience and the ads that you're running. Anything you need to change, it's as simple as just going in and telling it what you want changed. And one other note here too, once everything is done, what I would personally recommend doing, and you're gonna see why in a moment, I would personally go into Claude, back into Claude, and say, I need you to separate the HTML coding right before the images so I can easily paste the code into Pagefly or whatever tool builder you need, and manually insert the images in between each section of copy. Basically, I'm going to show you guys in just a moment, but if we were to copy this entire code and paste into Pagefly, it would have one straight long continuous code and the entire avatar will be put together, but we need to add the images in. So we're going to break them up in sections. So we'll have each section we can easily copy and paste, manually insert the image, and then add the rest of the copy in. So that way it's all smooth and continuous. So I'm going to give Claude a second to do that, and I'll show you what I mean. And it's actually really simple. So there are a few different page building tools you can use. GemPage is an alternative. Use whatever you want to use. Pagefly, I like it because you get one free page to run your ads to, and you don't have to worry about paying. So Pagefly, it's a app that you can download directly into Shopify. So sign up, create a free Pagefly account, and then follow the basic setup instructions. Once you're inside, you can just hit create blank page and then hit a regular page is fine. And then let's say I just wanted to go here and copy code. I can go here under the HTML code section here and then just hit copy. It's going to copy the entire code. And then what you're literally going to do once you have a page open, you're going to go here on the left-hand side, hit HTML liquid. You're literally just going to drag this down, go here, hit open code, and then hit paste at the bottom where it says done. You can just hit done here, and then you have an avatar built just like that into Pagefly. And then most people that will be visiting this will most likely be seeing this through mobile. So just make sure everything looks good. I'm going to show you real quick how you can troubleshoot this. But yeah, this is literally perfect. A clean Advertorial. If you wanted the margins to be wider, you can literally just go back into Claude and say, hey, I want the margins to take up a 1980 by 10, is it 1920 by 1080 desktop window. You can literally just go in and basically tell it to do whatever you want, and it'll recode it to fit anything you need. So that's pretty cool and pretty straightforward on how that works. We're definitely going to want to add in a button as well. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. So with proper prompting here, you can see Claude has broken down each section for me with the code, and in between each section is where I can place my image. So let me show you how to quickly do that. So this is section 1 here. What we'd literally do is just copy this entire thing here, and then we'll just go straight into Shopify and go to our Pagefly theme. And again, what we do is just HTML liquid code, make sure you have liquid code in, paste it in, and then boom, we have that section there. So we'd have that section in there, and then now what we'd want to do is just add the image in between that. So we just go in image, we'll pick this horizontal image, put it here, and then this is where we can upload an image directly and add it into the Advertorial. And then you can adjust the image size. And by the way, you see this like schema, name, whatever. If you have anything weird like that, just go into the code. You can scroll down to the bottom. You could just make sure any information like that is being properly removed. So if I had that schema stuff there, whoops, let me just hit the undo button there. But if I had anything in the code there that said this, there it is. You can see the schema button, or the information here is at the bottom. We could just remove that, hit done, and then it's gone like that. And on the right hand side here, if you just go under styling, this is where you can adjust the size of the image, and then you can adjust the padding as well to reposition it based off of where you want inside the Advertorial. But it's pretty simple like that. And then now if we want to add some more code in, we just go in here, and then we go under elements, HTML, we just hit this, drag it under the image, and then paste our next line of code in. So I would then come here, boom, copy all this. I wouldn't want to copy the schema stuff, so I'm just going to copy it from up to here, copy this, come here, go to open code, paste that bad boy in, and hit paste. And then there's the rest of the Advertorial, and then you just keep going on and on and on. Same thing for buttons. So in the actual Claude Advertorial section where it says click now to shop now or whatever, you can just go in and literally prompt Claude, leave a section within this code for me to throw a button in, put your button in there, and then you can paste the link to your product page in the Advertorial so people can go straight to your product page after reading your Advertorial. I just mess around with this for a little bit, and you'll find that it's actually really simple to do and edit all this stuff. Last but not least, we'll end off with this. A little technique for you guys. If you're trying to find somebody that, if you're trying to find a quick way to potentially get a product off the ground fast and test and maybe even scale really quickly with an Advertorial, try finding someone that's scaling strictly with native image ads or video ads, primarily native image ads, going straight to a product page, and they have not introduced an Advertorial yet. Or if they did introduce it, was very recent, like within the last week. This brand here is clearly finding success with this product. They have 91 ads. I'm assuming they've been running. We go through sort by most recent. We can see how long they're running. Normally, if someone's been running ads for longer than 30 days with 100 plus ads, that's a good sign that they are scaling and doing well. So they launched this brand in February 24th. So about 2 weeks ago. So it hasn't been quite the 30-day period yet, but they do have 91 ads. So that's a good sign. Normally, people are not going to be spending money on ads for 10 plus days and not seeing a profit. So this person here, I went through and I see that they're really just running native straight to a product page. So that's good. They're making, some good money with that. The assumption is because they haven't ran it through an Advertorial, what we can do is recreate some similar ads that they have. I don't advise you just copy their ads one to one, but recreate similar ads, create an Advertorial and run it to an Advertorial and see if you could scale that really quickly. So that kind of goes out of the normal rule of how I like to launch ads. But if you're someone that's looking to maybe potentially scale really quick, take on a little bit of a risk, and you have a little bit of disposable income, that's a little sauce for you there. And you can literally go through, sort by their highest impression ads, and have Claude extract the long form copy and have it tell you what the target audience is, what the awareness level is, and then have it create an avatar for you talking to those same people in this with the same problem, the same desires, same awareness level, but create it for an advertorial. Don't copy their ads one to one. Have Claude help you recreate their new ads, similar ads, and then launch it from there and see what success or results you get from that. If you gain some value from this video, I share a lot more sauce just like this inside my online school community. Definitely hop on in if you want to learn how to start and scale your first or next winning dropshipping product to $1,000 a day and beyond. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to hop in and join if you want to.